Wow, this is really something. Well, folks, we've got more new Trek, more hot garbage new Trek. It's another Section 31 trailer, and it's going down a treat, it seems, with audiences. Well, at the time of making this particular video you're watching right now, the trailer on YouTube has amassed 4,100 dislikes and just 1,800 likes. Yeah, it's more of the same that we've talked about from the previous two trailers for this Section 31 TV movie.
This is gonna be bad.
Thanks, buddy, you took the words right out of my mouth. This looks and sounds nothing like Star Trek in my opinion. But then again, how often does modern Star Trek actually look and sound like Star Trek these days? There have been some exceptions in recent years, of course, but they are kind of thin on the ground. But this Section 31 TV movie is just so far removed from the Trek universe, visually, stylistically, and in every way, basically. It's just got this really ugly aesthetic to it. It's dark with this garish dystopian look about it. Why does this particular iteration of Star Trek look like it's entirely based within the mirror universe? Now, if it was to turn out that this is based entirely in the mirror universe, I would probably make some degree of allowance for why this looks the way it does, and why the characters are playing it so arch edgy dark, why it's so gritty, for example. But still, nothing about these trailers would entice me to want to watch the movie. This doesn't pull me in and make me want to stream this. You know what I mean?
31 is a Black Ops division. Spy work.
Now, I'm going to comment on this line again, as I did before. I need to highlight something here. In modern new Trek, since basically Star Trek Into Darkness, and then especially in Star Trek Discovery, Section 31 is thrown around so liberally as an entity. It's like they kind of treat it like it's the CIA of Star Trek, but it's not, right? The CIA is much more visible in America than Section 31 is supposed to be. In the 24th century in Deep Space Nine, no one knew who Section 31 were. They were very much in the shadows. They were very mysterious. They were a totally unknown quantity, highly secretive. The CIA is to the American government what Starfleet intelligence is to Starfleet. Section 31 is more like what the NSA used to be before it was declassified in, I think it was 1975. But in Star Trek today, it's like there's no mystery behind Section 31, and everyone seems to know about them. And now here we are exploring them in a film, and they look like a weird ragtag ensemble of misfits and oddballs. They're trying hard to be like this really bad Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, it looks like a poor man's Guardians of the Galaxy, but without any of the fun, right? As opposed to being what Section 31 should be, which is, Starfleet officers aboard Federation starships in deep cover. Now that could potentially be an interesting way of exploring Section 31 as an organization. But this looks like something from a completely different franchise. Plus, once again, New Trek just seemingly struggles to find that light switch, always with the dark lighting. And that was one of my complaints, even with Picard Season 3.
It was so dark.
Yep, you said it, Riker. So Section 31, the movie, looks like it's trying very hard, a little too hard, I might say, to make Section 31 look cool, edgy, and sophisticated, and really smart, but it just fails miserably. They're trying too hard. These people stand out like sore thumbs. Like, they got their black leather. They look very conspicuous in their elaborate outfits. The exact opposite of what people working in undercover intelligence jobs should look like. Now, I'm hearing a lot of very cliched, generic dialogue in this trailer. A lot of smarmy, smug characterization and stock banter, stock jokes. Suffice to say, I won't be watching. This just feels like yet more Star Trek Discovery, in my opinion, but with an even darker tone. I also never really understood what the appeal of the character Philippa Georgiou was in the first place. I have to say, I would be happy to rewatch Star Trek V: The Final Frontier, Star Trek Insurrection, and Star Trek Nemesis rather than watching 10 seconds of this dreck. Honestly, I mean, some of the weakest of the classic eras of Star Trek are absolutely leaps and bounds far superior to this, and far more in keeping, for all of their flaws, for all of their faults, for all of the maybe plot holes or the weak characters or weak stories. At least Star Trek V, Insurrection, and Nemesis were true. They aspired to be true to Star Trek in various ways, and they are to be commended in that regard. But this isn't even trying to be Star Trek, is it? I mean, it's just un-Star Trek. But those are my thoughts.
Hey Dave, are you going to shill your book again?
My book? No, since you asked. I wasn't planning on promoting my new sci-fi detective novel, Deus V Machina, available in ebook and paperback form from the links below. Also now available as an audiobook from Storytel and Spotify Premium. And it's also available on the Google Play Store. Why do you ask?
Whatever, Dave.
Look, I'm only bringing up the book because you mentioned it. I'm sure lots of people already know that it's a detective story based in Las Vegas in 2045 and explores some pretty big topics like AI and God and a potential world-ending battle between good and evil. Oh, and some people have said that it makes for an excellent stocking filler for Christmas. Just providing information there. Anyway, let me know your thoughts below on this Section 31 trailer. I'm sure you're just as excited for it as I am. Yeah, it really doesn't seem like very much has been learned. People wanted Star Trek Legacy, which was Terry Matalas's vision of going forward with the 25th century Star Trek after Star Trek Picard. People wanted that. They wanted to see the new voyages of a new USS Enterprise. And instead, we're getting a Section 31 TV movie. And, of course, Star Trek Starfleet Academy, based post-Star Trek Discovery. I mean, you know, can they ever just go to the polls with the fans? Just do an online poll, do an online survey, and get millions of fans to basically tell the producers what they want. And just go make that. Anyway. That seems like it would be too much effort for them. But there you go. Please share this video, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and leave a comment below. Take care. I will see you next time. Bye-bye.